This is Korea News for April 26, 2022. What do you think of the people in China who received 3 billion won in benefits from the health insurance premiums I paid? The Chinese and Koreans are making the people angry. I want to deport all Chinese, including Korean Chinese who are staying in Korea, from Korea. A Chinese patient in his 60s with hereditary factor VIII deficiency, that is, hemophilia, spent a total of 3,295,019,000 won in medical expenses while receiving medical treatment in Korea from 2017 to last year. Hemophilia is a disease in which hemostasis is not achieved or is very slow once bleeding occurs. Hemophilia patients have to use expensive clotting factor preparations, but if they are treated for bleeding, etc., the cost of the drug alone may exceed 1 billion won. The cost of medical treatment was about 3.3 billion won, but the money paid by a Chinese in their 60s was 332 million won. 10% of the medical bill. The reason is that this Chinese person was registered as a dependent of a health insurance subscriber. During the same period, another Chinese who paid 716.55 million won for glycogen storage disease, 8,1338,0001, and another Chinese, who paid 72,246,900 won for hereditary spinal muscular atrophy, 36,386,000 won, respectively. Paid as a deductible. Controversy over the fairness of the system resurfaced when President-elect Yoon Suk-yeol posted on his Facebook page on January 30, during his nomination, that he would solve the problem of foreign health insurance, where people only put a spoon on a well-prepared table. If President-elect Yoon's promise comes true, it is expected that the requirements for registration of foreign dependents will be strengthened. People's Power lawmakers have already submitted 2 amendments to the Health Insurance Act. However, as a majority of lawmakers from the Democratic Party of Korea are taking an opposing position, it is unclear whether the law will actually be amended. According to the Office of National Strength Counselor Seo Jong-suk and the National Health Insurance Corporation on the 26th, foreign health insurance subscribers paid 1.29 trillion won in premiums in 2000 and benefited from 891.8 billion won in salary expenses. The ratio of salaries to insurance premiums was 68.9%. It means that you paid 100 won and received 69 won from the health insurance financial support. From a financial standpoint, they paid more and received less, which acted as a positive factor. Otherwise, the situation is no different. The problem is that the concentration of payroll expenses among Chinese people is serious. In the last 4 years, from 2017 to 2020, the ratio of salary to insurance premiums was 124% for Chinese people, while only 8.5% for Indonesians. Nepal, the Philippines, and Myanmar also stayed at the level of 10 to 20%. All foreigners except Chinese pay more and receive less, but only the Chinese pay less and receive more. The size of the Chinese fiscal deficit from 110.8 billion won in 2017 increased to 150.9 billion won in 2018 and decreased to 98.7 billion won in 2019 and 23.9 billion won in 2020 due to the outbreak of Corona-19 in Korea. It is analyzed that the dependent system has had a significant impact on the high salaries spent by Chinese people. In the case of a Chinese in 2019, it was counted that 9 people were registered as dependents, including grandparents, father, mother, father-in-law, mother-in-law, spouse and children. According to the Office of the People's Strength Counselor Lee Yong-ho, from 2017 to July 2021, a total of 7 Chinese were in the top 10 health insurance benefits for foreigners. Of these, 4 were dependents. Foreign subscribers must meet the 6-month residency requirement in Korea, but dependents can receive benefits regardless of the period of residence. In other words, family members of foreign subscribers residing abroad may receive health insurance coverage even if they enter the country for treatment only. A bill to amend the Health Insurance Act is currently pending in the National Assembly to strengthen the registration requirements for foreign dependents. Party Rep. Ju Ho-young, like Rep. Song Eun-sok, the People's Strength, proposed the initiative in January and December of last year, respectively. The main content is to prevent foreigners living in Korea for a short period of time from becoming dependents by adding the period of domestic residence or reason for residence to the requirements. However, there are many voices opposing this movement of law reform. It is argued that if a system targeting a specific nationality is created in a situation where the insurance premium paid by foreign subscribers is greater than the salary cost, the aftermath may be severe. There are a lot of foreign subscribers who pay over 100,000 won in insurance premiums after staying in Korea for 6 months and do not receive the benefits of salaries. An official from the Korea Health Insurance Corporation said, "It is true that the premium paid by foreign subscribers is higher than the benefit received each year." Former Democratic Party presidential candidate Lee Jae-myung said on the 26th that Lee Jae-myung tried to appear on TV An's You Quiz on the Block from the days of Jae-yong-gi governor to the presidential candidate, but was rejected because he was a politician. "Is it?" he said. Kim Ji-ho, who served as a secretary when Lee served as Gyeonggi governor, said on Facebook on the same day, from when Lee was governor of Gyeonggi to presidential candidate, he worked with the UQuiz working department to communicate with public officials related to Gyeonggi-do administration. The former candidate directly or indirectly announced his intention to appear and promoted a meeting with the production team, but the meeting did not take place. He said, "The reason for the rejection I received was that the program host is extremely cautious about appearing as a politician in the program he is appearing on. It was something that shouldn't have been done, and in the end, I gave up on the appearance because I thought that the final decision on the content was the principle of the production team's authority." Referring to President-elect Yoon Suk-yeol's recent appearance in the program, Kim said, "At the time, I understood it as a strict principle for the appearance of a politician, but seeing the yardstick that moves like a rubber band depending on the opponent, I doubt whether there was another principle called standing in line. Why did the principle strictly followed by President Moon Jae-in and former candidate Lee not work in front of President-elect Yoon?" he asked. "I think this is the reason why many people are outraged over the appearance of President-elect Yoon," he said. Kim said, "The reason for allegations of external pressure being raised based on the fact that CJENM CEO Kang Ho-seong is a prosecutor is no different. There is," he said. He added, "Now that the prosecutor's office has entered into full swing, what will happen if more prosecutors enter key positions?" In addition, Kim said to Yoon-elect, "Our people have already witnessed allegations of external pressure on CJENM, including the Park Geun-hye administration's end of Udo Teletubbies and the pressure to resign as Vice Chairman Lee Mi-kyung. I hope you can reveal in detail whether there was no external pressure as much as the tip of a hair by expressing your position as clearly as Lee Ini." In the 2024 academic year that current high school sophomores will take next year, universities in the metropolitan area select 35.6% of freshmen through on-time admissions focused on the College Scholastic Ability Test. The University Admissions Committee of the Korea University Education Council announced that it has compiled and announced the implementation plans for the 2024 academic year from 196 nationwide in accordance with the relevant laws and regulations that each university establishes an implementation plan for the university entrance examination 1 year and 10 months prior to the year of admission. In the regular recruitment, 272,032 people are selected, and in the regular recruitment, 4,418 people are selected. The on-time rate decreased by 1% compared to the 2023 school year. This is interpreted as the effect of a decrease in the number of regular recruitments in non-metropolitan areas by 4,907. An official from the Daekyo Association explained, "The enrollment rate has fallen considerably due to the decrease in the school-age population. In fact, the total university enrollment is 345,296, a decrease of 4,828 from the 2023 school year. The number of universities in the metropolitan area increased by 525 to 132,307, but the number of universities in non-metropolitan areas decreased by 53 to 211,89. In the regular recruitment, 85.8% of the students are selected through the student-based screening process. At universities in the metropolitan area, the percentage of student-based admissions for random admissions fell 1.3 percentage points to 76.7%. The on-time rate in the metropolitan area averaged 35.6%, 0.3 percentage points higher than in the 2023 school year, and 3 times that of the non-metropolitan area, 11.9%. In the on-time recruitment, 91.7% are selected through the SAT-based screening. The 16 major universities in Seoul maintain a selection rate of 40% or more for the on-time CSAT-oriented selection in the total recruitment. Previously, the Ministry of Education decided to increase the on-time rate of major universities to 40% by the 2023 academic year in the wake of suspicions of corruption in the entrance exam for the children of former Justice Minister Cho Kuk. Thank you for watching today. Please like and subscribe.